Alrighty guys, the clock is ticking. 24 hours in Vancouver. That is all we have. This is a bit of a different trip. It's a family trip with baby, grandma, grandpa, the two of us.
That's right.
So we're gonna try and do as much as we can with one day in the city, and we're gonna bring you along.
Exactly. You could think of this as a little mini travel guide, a multi-generation family trip. And we're back in my home province. Never really got to explore Vancouver. So this is so exciting for me. And let's see what we can get up to. Okay, buy multiple tickets.
You tap here and you walk through. Alrighty, so we are getting on the train on the LRT at Lansdowne Station.
Yeah, we're gonna be taking the SkyTrain here in Vancouver. We're really excited. We'll be doing multiple forms of transportation, but this is the first thing that we're doing today. And we decided to buy tickets for the day pass for all four of us.
Yes.
11 bucks. And we think that's an excellent deal because we're gonna be taking the train multiple times.
We've got a lot of ground to cover, so let's go.
The next station is Terminus Station, Waterfront.
So when you purchase your ticket, you have the option of different zones, but you can also get the day pass. Really happy we did that. We paid $11 and we're gonna be using it all day long.
So we just got off the train, made it to Waterfront. How are you feeling? Your first experience?
Not so good. Well, I went to buy some water. I will explain it in these words. I'm all for modern and technology, but this subway didn't have a conductor.
Yeah.
It wasn't a very smooth ride. I'm used to, or I remember taking the subway like in New York City in the 1970s. And the conductors there, you could ride without holding on to anything. It was so smooth. And for the first time in my life, I got dizzy on a subway. I thought I was going to let the
He was going to vomit all over the
fly
train.
out,
Okay.
you know. And I go, "Oh."
with the crowd.
I was looking, I said, I may have to get off at the next station because my stomach was already beginning to percolate, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, we got off and we have the water, and yeah, we are going to be walking around a little bit.
Sightseeing, fresh air will do him good, guys. Fresh
A
air.
little bit of fresh air.
So we are now in Gastown, and of course we're doing the most touristy thing ever. We came to visit the Gastown steam clock. It goes off every 15 minutes, so any second now it should be whistling again. It's just right behind me. There's a whole bunch of tourists, us included, with cameras and phones, you know, waiting for the action. And apparently the clock is connected to like the heating system for this part of the downtown core, and it uses the steam to like create some music, you know, to create a little song, a little whistle. So yeah, we're just waiting along with everyone else, and we will show you the moment. since we got the day pass, right now we are making our way to the Sea Bus. We're going to be crossing over to Lonsdale Quay, and honestly we're just sightseeing. We don't necessarily need to go to the other side, but we just want to enjoy the views. There are some gorgeous mountain views in that direction. I think that's also where we're going to be boarding our ferry tomorrow, so yeah, it's going to be fun. Oh my goodness, whose glasses are those? Oh. Salud.
So we took our second mode of transportation today, the Sea Bus, which is included with our day pass. Really, really cool journey. It kind of reminds me of two different things. Number one, the Star Ferry in Hong Kong, how we used to cross from Kowloon to Hong Kong Island.
I knew you were going to say that. I thought it was the same thing.
It's that iconic. There's actually so many similarities, I think, between Vancouver and Hong Kong in a lot of ways. But that was one of the things that it reminded me of. And then also, of course, of taking the boat and the ferry in Halifax as well. That iconic crossing.
To Dartmouth.
But it's such a nice journey, very comfortable inside. One thing that surprised me a little bit is how fast it goes. Like it's quick. It's a rapid 15 minutes. You've got views basically in all 360 degrees. Like you can see the downtown area. We saw seaplanes. We saw the shipyard area. I mean, it was just a fascinating viewing experience. Definitely included into your 24-hour Vancouver itinerary. This has actually probably been one of my favorite experiences of the day so far.
So we just got off the boat at Lonsdale Quay. I'm going to share some thoughts, impressions.
Well, impressions to me, I have never been here before. I've always heard about this city, and it is considered to be one of the most beautiful cities around the world, and it is true. It's extremely beautiful because here you have a combination of the sea and the mountains. They kind of meet. Some people love to be near the sea, near the ocean. Some people love to be near the mountains. And here you kind of combine both. It's an extremely beautiful city, but it has some drawbacks. One of them is the cost of living here, mostly the cost of real estate. In the last 2 decades, we could say this city has seen a massive amount of investment, a lot of foreign investment, and the price of real estate just skyrocketed, and to live here you need to have nice deep pockets. Also, another fact is that this city, it's always, when there is this ranking of quality of life for cities around the world, this city always comes pretty close in the first 5, you know. It is the most expensive city in Canada to live in, and it's also the fastest growing city in Canada. It's not for everyone, but yeah, it's a beautiful place. Another thing that could make me not maybe want to live here is the amount of rain that you received through the year here. There are some months like November, December, January, you get about 19, 20, 25 days of rain out of the month. So basically you're constantly underwater. And whatever snow we get in other parts of Canada during the winter, or even, you know, here they don't get it. And this is what it makes it attractive as a place to live in, because the temperatures are very moderate. Okay, so if you can put up with a month on end of rain and heavy rain, then this is a good place for you. Me, I'd rather have snow than rain, because with the snow you can go out, you know, the snow is going to maybe pile up on top of you. Before you come home, you shake off and it's gone. But with the rain, I mean, it'll soak you through. So all in all, it's an extremely beautiful place.
So the whole table ordered the exact same lunch, 4 plates of fish and chips. Look at this. Ooh la la. So yeah, we figured, you know, we're by the water, we're near the port. why not? So here we've got some fried crispy fish.
Beer battered. Isn't that nice? Tastes so fresh, huh?
Love it.
When you're visiting,
Yes.
The name of the fish, what kind of
It's cod.
Cod. There you go.
when you're visiting the west or east coast of Canada, you've got to indulge in the seafood and the fish. Oh, well, out here on the Pacific Ocean in Vancouver, what better meal than have than this? Some beautifully prepared cod, beer battered. Gotta love it.
And the price?
Yeah.
24 Canadian dollars. I think that's pretty good for a touristy area. So yeah, this is gonna be our big meal of the day, guys.
Big meal of the day, and we're gonna burn it off at Stanley Park afterwards. So that's the way to go, right? Fill up and then walk it off.
Alrighty, so we just got off the bus.
We did. Today's been like our planes, trains, and automobiles day of maximizing our transportation card. So we took the number 19 bus. We're saving our legs for here because this is one of the biggest parks. This is Stanley Park that we've arrived to. That's a nice view. That's the bridge I was talking about.
So we wanted to make it as far as the totem poles. We managed that.
It took a little effort for us to get to Stanley Park, but it was well worth it. And we arrived at the totem poles. A site totally worth seeing. I mean, there's such intricate details. Our favorite being there was a bald eagle one at the very top. Yeah, and then what's also really neat is we cut through the park area, you get to go across to the other side and you get an incredible view of the Lionsgate Bridge. And then you also have views of Grouse Mountain as well. And it's one of my favorite viewpoints that I've got from the city. It just shows how spread out Vancouver is. Yeah, it just shows that there's so much to do in Vancouver. Like, we only have 24 hours here, so we're just scratching the surface, but you could have an entire week in the city and probably not even come close to covering it all.
And it's getting quite loud. There's a seaplane taking off
Yes.
somewhere nearby.
There's a lot going on here. This is a beautiful park, but it's not a tranquil escape. It's crowded.
It's busy. Yes, I will say that. Lots of tourists.
Lots of
people
tourists.
renting bikes to cover lots of ground.
You've got pedestrians, you've got families, you've got people out on bikes. There's horse-drawn carriage tours. There's seaplanes taking off from close to the park. So yeah, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of congestion, but it is a beautiful park. I understand the appeal.
Friends, we have to show you what we found here at Stanley Park. Most unexpected.
Unbelievable, but true. This plant is the same one. It's the wild blackberry. It's a crawling, thorny, impossible to control pest. And we've been fighting with this one for the last 80 years in the property we have in the mountains of Cordoba in Argentina. And I would have never thought that I was going to find it in Stanley Park in Vancouver. The same arch enemy number one for us. Yes.
Zarzamora, this is it.
Zarzamora.
Alrighty guys, so it is the next day, the next morning. We were so tired after yesterday's sightseeing. We walked so much that by the time we got back to the hotel, we just needed to have a big rest. We ended up going out for dinner and we had Korean food, of course. You know how much we love Korean food from living there. So yeah, we just walked over to the restaurant right next door and we filmed a few clips. We always order the same dishes, so that's why we didn't film a lot there. Dulsop bibimbap, sundubu jjigae. It was delicious, just hearty, rich, spicy Korean food. So yeah, we had a good dinner and then it was straight to bed, got some rest, packed up the bags, and now we are ready to head on out. So we hope you enjoyed this video. That's everything we managed to do with 24 hours in Vancouver with a baby and with grandparents. So it was definitely a different rhythm, but we did cover a lot of ground. As you have seen, like, we were completely wiped from all the walking. And we did use quite a bit of public transport, like the buses, the train, the boats. So that really helped save our legs. But yeah, a really great introduction and first impression of the city. I had never been to Vancouver before, so that was a lot of fun. And right now, we are just at the hotel waiting for the shuttle to arrive. We are taking the shuttle to the ferry terminal, to the port, because we are about to embark on a cruise to Alaska. I think you already figured out where we are going. But yeah, we're gonna have a whole bunch of videos coming very soon. We're going to be exploring the ports of Ketchikan, Juneau, Sitka. So yeah, super excited for that. This is our first official cruise. We've previously only done one river cruise. So we're very excited to try something new and we'll hope you enjoy. So yeah, if you want to follow along, we invite you to hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and we will be seeing you very, very soon all aboard the Norwegian Sun. So off we go. We are ready to set sail. See you soon.